You know I never flow now.
Nah.
But on this DMX, I gotta flow now.
Yeah.
This shit's hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck.
I'ma back you up with my truck.
Back it up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That beat is hard. Dun, dun.
I see where you going though. Yeah, look, I guarantee you that it's never too late. Look who step in. You already know that we gon' get it again. I suggest you sit down, put the beer on the floor, put the headphones on so you can hear me some more. Cause I'm a bad bunny, I'm getting mad money. These niggas looking at my half beer looking mad funny. But I be telling them, look, I suggest you relax. Cause my nigga Uly right here, he got my back, yeah.
Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. There's that fast start, and that is the fastest knockout in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Hey, mama, no born in the Bronx, raised in Dade. Been in the city since Pit had braids. Baja Panty parties, plata know how to sneak me out. Now it's 7-figure meetings every day. We need a house. It's game time, the game's mine. You know the vibe. Yo, viajado el mundo entero, reppin' 305.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Don't Blink Podcast. You know I got the kid with me.
You know we in here and we ready.
Today I got my dog.
Yeah.
Disem 305 in the house, dog. Thank you
yes,
so much for
the
coming
artist, your favorite artist
for
is
real,
in the building.
For real. He's been killing it lately. I'm so glad to have you on, my brother. You know?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on,
and it's dope what you're doing, my brother. I saw you recently in the Pitbull video, dog. I actually know Pit is my brother. I actually called him and be like, brother, that dude you got on the shit, that's my dog, man.
Oh,
so he said he wants you to paint something at the school.
That'd be a fucking blessing.
Yeah.
Oh, can I curse on this? I don't know.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want, dog.
Tuck it, flip it. You can say all that.
Yeah.
We chilling. Damn, that's awesome, yo. And so take us back, man. Take us back to the beginning, from when you first got that little itch to, you know what I'm saying?
To write on everything?
Yeah.
You used to be in school writing on the desk and shit, carving shit.
Everything, dog. Everything. So my mother's an artist. My father, his brother is an artist as well. So I come from like a family of artists.
Okay.
So I
It's in
kind
the
of
blood.
was.
It's in the blood.
Yeah,
on both sides.
Without a doubt. It's inherited. So for as far as I can remember, bro, I was pretty much raised in an art university in Panama.
You were born and raised in Panama?
Nah. So, man, it's
I know
weird.
you Puerto Rican, no?
Nah.
You're Colombian.
No, my bad. No, and you told me, my bad. Did you tell me Italian too?
I'm Italian Colombian.
Okay.
So, but my dad was raised out in Panama, so he speaks Spanish. You know, he's Panamanian pretty much.
Yeah.
And then my mother and him met at an art university, which my uncle opened up. My dad just happened to be at the school. You know what I mean? And then I was born, bro.
Destiny.
Yeah.
So, and you were born over there?
Nah, so I was, man, it's a weird story.
Tell us, dog. We got time for that. That's what we're here for.
And I never talk about it. So I was born in Venezuela.
Okay.
I don't have Venezuelan blood. I don't know nothing about Venezuela. I got mad love for Venezuelans if they're out there.
Your parents were just passing through at the time when you were popped up.
Yeah. So I was in Venezuela for like not even a week, 2 weeks. And then we came to Miami. From Miami, we were here for maybe about a year, went back to Panama, and then I was just back and forth between Panama and Miami.
Okay.
So I turned around 8. That was our last time here, right after Andrew in like 93.
92,
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then, bro, that was my last time I landed here in Miami, and ever since then, it's been Miami full time, dog.
Ripping it, taking over.
Did you go to high school here?
Yeah. I went to Varela. I went to Braddock. And
Damn, I went to Braddock too.
Yeah.
I graduated from
Braddock was fun, dog.
I was about the same age too.
Yeah. What year you get? 36?
36, yeah.
Yeah, damn, so you... Okay, so like what? Like 04, I would say?
Y'all niggas were in the same class and walking by each other in school.
3, 04, we probably went to school together.
Damn, dog. I got class of 99, dog.
You remember Baja Panty?
All day. Yeah, that was the best parties. We were just talking about. Yo, Baja Panties were the best jams back then, bro.
The parties.
Oh, my God.
Wait, and
that
were
was
you...
the illest shit.
Did they have an art program over there at Varela or Braddock?
At Varela, they had an art program. Like, whenever you got to pick the electives, I always chose art classes. My last year, Dog, I used to bullshit around like a lot so my last years of high school was heaviest into like graffiti.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, bro, I'd spend all night in the street painting.
Yeah.
I'd get to school, sleep all day.
Yeah.
And then, my art teachers are like, yo, you're not going to cut it, bro. Like,
Yo, what art teacher did you have in Braddock? Do you have Cockin? Do you ever went to Cockin?
No, so I was in Braddock for 9th grade, and after that I went to Brother because that's when they opened up
shit.
Brother.
Okay, damn.
So, yeah, man, like my senior year in school, my art teacher was like, nah, bro, you ain't in this shit. You don't take it seriously, whatever.
Yeah.
But he just didn't understand that what I was doing was out in the street.
Right.
Yeah,
He's doing some real artist shit, dog.
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Of course, dog.
Yeah.
Real artists aren't sitting in class like, hey, man, we making our own shit up.
Damn. Yo, so like, I mean, like when you were like 6, 7, 8, or was it something that just grew onto you once you like, you know what I'm saying, made public schools?
Whole life I've drawn, man.
Yeah.
Like my whole
Even
life.
desde chiquito.
Desde chiquito,
Damn,
bro.
hell
Fucking
yeah.
doing little Bart Simpsons, little
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles,
yeah.
you know.
Damn.
That's dope.
It wasn't until like I got to 4th grade. I had an older cousin, Gare. He was down with like the MOCs and like a few local crews, and he ended up taking. He was IAG, it's all good crew. They left me like I guess they left me with him during summer, and he had to babysit me and shit, and he just didn't want to stay home, so he was just like, fuck it, we don't go out and paint. So when as soon as I started seeing all the writing on the walls and shit, I was like, yo, you gotta give me a can, let me do this shit, you know? And I just ran with it from there.
Damn. So when was the first time you did it, like an actual wall, like?
The first time I probably wrote on a wall. I don't remember what I wrote on it. I remember the time, and I remember a homeboy of his, Oil, rest in peace.
Yeah, I remember
It was like, rest in peace, Oil, bro. Huge influence. Yeah. He was there because he was IAG too, and I remember bugging my cousin like, yo, let me paint, you know, a little bit and shit. And he was like, nah, bro, just whatever. And Oil was like, yo, you want to paint? Here's a can. Go write on that shit over there. Don't write on that. But that bullshit over there, write all over it. I'm sure now I understand I was writing on somebody's shit. But back then,
Back then you was like,
yeah, all right,
let's
cool.
go.
I get to paint.
Dog, that's funny. My mom, I was telling you earlier, my mom's house, I grew up by Dam Pen, and I remember I went with my boys one time. They were dope at Graph. I was always just like a troublemaker. Right. So they start some dope piece. You know, a dope piece takes about 2-3 days or something.
Right, yeah.
So they started. We came back the next day, bro. There's some dudes going over it. I didn't know what graffiti beef was. So that day we all, everybody's fighting on the railroad tracks.
Bro.
You know what I mean? It was a serious world, man.
Especially here in Miami, man.
Yeah.
Miami graffiti went hand in hand with the gang roads.
Right,
so it was
right.
like a tough 90s graffiti and like 80s graffiti was very different to what today is, which is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that I grew up throughout that era because it created certain morals and principles and the way I carry myself along with my art. But dog, it was rough times. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely. And to me, I mean, I might be biased because I'm from Miami, but a lot of dope artists came from that area too. Like that era, you know, that the '90s that are still doing it that are dope.
I think some of the most influential writers I think have came out of Miami throughout the late '90s. You know, the Incads or whatever. I don't think their names get mentioned enough as far as like art.
Shout out to Joe Martinez. That's my boy. Dog. I grew up with Joe in his house.
Ease too.
Yeah.
Ease was a fucking killer.
Yeah,
you know, there's a
Ease
handful of those
too.
guys, man. That you know, as well as Freak. You know, Freak is Miami
Freak.
legend.
The OG, triple
bro.
OG Freak. Man. That's from my neighborhood too.
There's a lot of those guys,
Damn
man.
Crew and Shout out to all those guys, man.
Even the WH guys, man. As far as the train game goes, those guys, I think they're pioneers in that shit. You know,
Absolutely.
So-
SK and Helm and them dudes killing it. Yeah. Shout out to my boy
all
Dawes.
those guys.
So there's like get me into it. Someone that doesn't know
But
nothing.
what's funny is, like you said, like graffiti goes hand in hand a little bit with gang shit, and like nowadays
In Miami.
like, and there's thank God there's not too much gang activity going on anymore. But the paint crews are still in crews. Like they still roll around in crews and do their thing, you know, and they put up their crews when they paint.
So there's different types of styles. Is there different types of styles and different types of in different areas?
Yeah, so that's interesting because the internet has kind of ruined that. You know, where
Everybody takes somebody's style. Yeah.
Exactly. Back in the days, we had a Miami style, and I think the guys that are really from back then, that still translates in our art. Like, you know,
Bro, I know you remember this. My bad to interrupt you, but I used to sit in Raven's house. He lived in the hammocks too, right by Varela. Before Varela was even built, I used to go to Raven's house, and he had 12-ounce Profits, which is a graffiti magazine back in the day, where you get things from like Germany and everywhere. The first, like, really when graffiti was big back then.
So because of Raven, he had the 12-ounce Profit. That was my first like real. I remember I got that magazine, the first issue. at an event called damn, I forgot what the event was called, bro. But I was probably like in 6th grade. I caught a magazine, bro, and on 12 Ounce Profit, it just blew my mind because it was like art from all over the world.
Trains, walls, everything. It was dope. Yeah.
And Raven was definitely somebody
ahead of his time.
Yeah,
ahead of his time. I knew Raven well, man. We used to hang out at his crib. Different era, bro. You know, but definitely ahead of his time, bro.
And the difference between those like the beginning times of your, I would say, career, right? From the beginning times of your career to now, and the difference that you're saying, like
the thing is now it's a career, right?
No, but the violence is what you were saying too, right? Like between them and now.
Yeah, it's a lot more peaceful now. You know what I mean? And I think I don't know if that's because we've matured or just because the whole like gang culture, you know what I'm saying, has calmed down in Miami.
You know what I think helps?
Grown up and had kids and
well, that too. But you know what I think helps a lot is that Miami's become a graffiti culture. I lived in Wynwood back in 99, 2000, and the Wynwood's not what it is now. Obviously, anybody from Miami knows. You know what I mean? And now they accept graffiti and it's dope, and people pay you now. You know, so that's what I was saying. It became a career now, where before you had to hide and shit, go bomb, and to get them known, you had to do a lot of crazy shit. Now, if you're dope, you know, you get paid to do a dope ass one win with, and people know your name. You know, and that's. I mean, I know you did all the old school shit too, but your painting now is off the chain, bro.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how's that transition from the streets to
you don't have to watch your back. You don't have to watch your back. No, you can take your time.
You got a crane. You got this. You got ladders. You got a whole thing. You got a black. The police coming.
That's why you see like artists that dudes I've seen doing graph for since the 90s, but now you see their art because now they got time to sit down and do some dope shit. You know. Yeah.
The transition's a beautiful thing, man. At the same time, I mean, like the transition's slow, so we're still in the street a little bit. You know, we don't talk much about it, but you know, we still active as far as that goes. But as far as turning this into a career, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like, you know, like my mother used to. I remember my mom went from buying me spray paint because she was like, "Oh, my son's an artist." Me getting caught up in trouble and shit, like, "Oh, I ain't getting no more spray paint, no more paint in this house." To now, like, mad proud. You got me? So like, it's a weird transition, but bro, to get paid off of what you do, I think that's. You can't get any more successful than
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. You know what you
love.
You won't work a day in your life if you do what you love. Which is great. Absolutely. My brother, and one of your dopest pieces is the Haslam. When Haslam got cut, I remember that game and everything, bro. Did you ever get a picture with Haslam there or anything?
So Haslam took a couple pictures there. We haven't had the pleasure of meeting in person, man.
Oh, that's my boy. I'll put you down with. That's my dog.
We tried. It just happens that whenever he's in town, I'm not, and you know what I'm saying.
But Disem traveling now. You know what I'm saying? He got stamps on his passport.
Hey, Haslam, we busy, dog.
We busy, man.
Udonis, we busy over here, cuz.
I'll catch you on the
I'll put that together. That's my homie, man. That's a badass piece.
That's one of my favorite pieces, man.
Super Miami to the core, because he's a born and raised in Miami kid, Miami Heat. You know what I mean?
Not just that, bro. It's not a pretty like glorified painting, bro. It just it shows that like
a real moment too.
Exactly. To succeed, you got to go through pain. You got to go through tears, through sweat, through blood, through everything. You know.
Absolutely.
And to me particularly, that piece was crazy to me, man, because and this is to get into some deep shit.
Yeah.
But that I started that piece when the pandemic started. So I like halfway through it, I was like, man, fuck it. They're saying we can't be in the street. We painted legally our whole life, so fuck it. We'll be in the street. We started painting it. Cops showed up and they shut us down. They were like, yo, unless you guys want to get locked up, you can't finish your shit, whatever. So took a couple of months, you know. I went back to finish it, and bro, I started feeling some crazy pains while I was doing that shit, like really bad pains. I remember and I'm the kind of person, I have broken bones. I drive myself to the hospital. I don't complain. I don't cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's some other shit right now.
This was bad, bro. So I told my dad, I was like, dog, as soon as I finish this shit, because he had pulled up to like check me out, and I told him I was like feeling uncomfortable. He was like, all right, so as soon as you finish, let's go to the hospital. I was like, cool. So finish the shit.
Straight to Jackson.
Dog, straight, dog. As soon as we got to the hospital, they did the CT scans, and we're like, look, man, you have one of your lymph nodes. It looks like you got a mass on it, whatever. Bro, you need an ER surgery tomorrow. It ended up being cancer.
Yeah, so you cut it out, though? You cut it out? You cut it out?
Nah, bro, I had to go through chemo, through all that shit. So I literally went through, like, finishing the illest piece that I had done to date, to then, like, the whole other shit, like the next day, like the surgery, then the whole
crazy.
like,
That was in 2020.
That was last year, yeah.
And you is it?
Yeah, I'm in remission.
Damn,
thank God, bro. Everything fucking came out great.
God.
So not just like aesthetically the way the piece looked or what it meant to me, but also like emotionally, bro. Like that was a crazy piece for me, you know. And my perspective completely changed after going through that shit. Like I remember, like sometimes being like, "Oh, this sucks," or "This is uncomfortable," whatever. After going through chemo and
ain't no nothing no more.
Ain't shit, bro.
Damn, it was almost like
nothing,
a sign, bro. That shit
Hey,
almost
talking
like
about a piece that you did a piece one time that meant a lot to me, man. But the cops made you had to buff it over. But when my brother-in-law Munchie died, you did Munchie's piece. I didn't know that till that's kind of how we met.
Yeah.
If I remember right. And that was a dope ass. He did a mural for Munchie Raw, but here comes the cops and man, we gotta buff it for no reason.
It's crazy, bro. I don't understand how they won't let an art piece ride, but they'll allow a sign selling underwear down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense, bro. But whatever, it is what it is.
Exactly.
Hopefully, I guess it's been getting better. You know, so little by little.
No, you've been able to strive. You know what I'm saying? And how is it now? I'm gonna jump into a little like now I feel like we transitioned a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We transitioned a little bit, and we talking about business a little bit. We talk about what I'm saying, doing things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Career vibes.
It sounds like you're gonna charge me something.
Yo, so have you tapped into like that NFT type vibe, NFT type world, like taking your art from location to the digital space? Yeah.
So right now I'm working with this little Miami group called Fly NFTs, and we're working on an art show for Basel. So I just painted a big ass mural. I don't know if you guys have seen it in downtown. And I'm mad proud of that one because there aren't too many murals in the downtown area. Downtown area has kind of been like we haven't given it like much attention for a bit. Right. And so I just painted a big ass. I think it was like 35 to 40 feet story building. And not 35 stories, 35 feet.
35 feet.
Yeah, but that's 3-4 stories. That's huge.
Yeah, it's big. And so that's at a place called Survival.
What is it? What's the painting?
So they're doing like an urban wear. I painted 2 flamingos with like camo in the background, bullets dropping, and like orange and oranges on the sides.
That shit dope.
You want me to show you?
Some Salvador Dali shit, right?
And bro, again.
I mean, I'm sure I saw it. I liked it. I left a comment, but I want to see it again now that we live and direct.
My shit, like, there's a lot of people that paint pretty pictures. You know what I mean? And there's amazing artists out here.
And that one you got permission for?
Yeah. That wasn't permission. That was commissioned. That was commissioned. So we got paid for that one.
I did see that. That shit's raw as fuck. Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know if you could get in.
Yeah, Jaden, get in there, Jaden. You see it, Jaden? You
that shit's raw. Where is that right now? Survival? Where's Survival?
Survival is in downtown Miami. I don't know the exact address. I believe it's on North Miami.
That shit is hard. With some Cuban links and all, bro. It's Miami to the core.
So they're selling like urban wear, and that's a homie that I grew up with that opened up that store. He's got a real dope story too, man. That was like one of my brothers growing up and shit, and he went from like negative to positive. You know,
that's
like
awesome.
a lot of people closing doors on him, and when the doors would close, he'd be like, nah, fuck that. Like, if you guys don't want to sell me clothes, I'll make my own clothes. And he just built up his whole, like, empire, bro.
That's dope.
Damn, that's almost like...
Shout out to him, bro, because that's what this whole podcast is about, dog. We all came from negative to positive, you know what I mean?
No, and letting it rip. And that clothing store almost sounds like History Makers, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to History Makers, man. We would never create a living average life.
Monster Brand Global.
Monster Brand Global. Oh! Monster Brand Global. Right now, we got some specials in Monster Brand Global right now.
Do we? We'll get to that. We'll get to that after.
Let me know so I can support tour.
No, we got you.
We got you.
My brother, we've been talking about a monster wall pretty soon. We got the spot. We got the spot. Shout out to the Flowery, man. Those are my people. We got a dope wall.
Oh, yeah. And we might get another wall, too.
Yeah.
You know
that's true.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
we'll tell you downstairs. We're gonna tell you downstairs.
You guys stay tuned over there. ¿Cómo se llama? But you were gonna do something outside the Only in Dade building. That was dope. It was my knockout. I was like, but the Only in Dade didn't go for it.
It didn't go through, but we connected again recently, and we're talking about doing something together. So hopefully that'll go through. And the first thing that I told them, I was like, yo, I had Uly's knockout on that shit. What's up? And they were like, no, we like that part. I don't want to talk about the other shit because it was a little funny. I'll tell you behind camera this shit. But
I cheat,
And my brother, we were talking about earlier too. You came out on the Pit at the newest Pit video.
Yeah,
he has a dope ass portrait he did of Pit, old school Pit throwing up 305. And he put it on the video, man. That was dope. You got a lot of feedback from that?
Man, it was crazy, man. First of all, shout out to Pitbull, bro, for everything. Not just for putting me in the video, everything he's done for the city, man. Like, like he's laying down the bricks for the rest of us that are coming up. You know what I mean? So definitely appreciated. And as we're talking about to Danny, the shoe gallery, he wanted to pay homage. That's the homie. Yeah. So he wanted to pay homage to local rappers. I had been wanting to do a Pit. I wanted to do a JT Money. JT Money was the only
JT Money.
So, that's my dog. Love JT.
We had who that? And the whole problems ain't no problems. No, man, that shit got me through a few breakups, bro. That song, I'd be down.
You better tighten up.
I'd be like, nah, ain't no problems.
You better tighten up. I love JT.
So that was the plan originally for that wall, and then I don't know, the surface of the wall just wasn't right, you know, so the only open space that really looked clean for me to be able to do a portrait, and even though it was decent, you still see a lot of cables and shit running through it that disrupted the painting.
Right.
So we decided to just leave Pit on it and not do the rest of the guys because it just wouldn't have looked right, you know?
Well, that Pit one came off so hard.
I was happy with it, bro.
That was hard.
Damn, hearing him describe it
when you first did it, I sent it to him, you know what I mean? And he loved it. He told me he loved that. I told him, hey, look, you're my dog. But then it came out on the video and I had caught, but he's a busy ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, holla at him. I tell him I got a wall at school. I would love him to do. So that's dope, bro. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nah, man, I'd be honored, bro. You know, it'd be dope. And it was crazy because I started getting mad phone calls from people like, "Oh my God, congratulations!" I'm like, congratulations for what? They're like, "Oh, you're in Times Square. You're here." Because the first time I had seen it, I hadn't even seen the video. I saw the picture that he put up of it on Times Square.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's like, "Yo, congratulations!" I'm like, I didn't do shit. That was Pit, but that's dope.
Hell yeah,
that's dope.
Hell yeah, dope.
That's
definitely
dope.
a blessing.
Absolutely. My brother,
I was gonna ask him something right now.
Go ahead.
Because the way that you were just describing the fact that the wall wasn't really good enough because of the texture of it.
Right.
That goes into the play too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. And what else goes into the?
I'm talking like I know. I don't know shit, but I don't know shit. But I can imagine you don't want to
you don't
fuck the ball.
Tubes running through or poles or cables or that kind of shit. Because let's say if it runs through a cheek, you could kind of play it off. But if it runs through an eye, an eye painted over a round surface, it's just you can't get it right. You know, it's hard.
No, a lot of majority of artists are perfectionists too. You know, he won't be happy with his painting with some shit in the way.
Damn, so it's going down. And what else you got coming up for the rest of the year, bro?
Man, there's a lot of things, man.
Yeah, you got Basil coming up on your birthday.
Yeah, Basil on birthday. Yeah. Right now I'm doing. I don't know if you guys know Junel Escobar. The baseball player. He played for the Angels. I believe he played for the Braves.
Sounds familiar. Miami dude?
Nah, he's Cuban, but he's from Miami. Okay. At least I don't think he's from Miami. He's opening up a batting cage spot in Wynwood.
Batting cage?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dope.
But it's dope because it's virtual batting cage.
Yeah. So you get to drink and get pegged by a baseball, so you don't get hit by a baseball. Virtual.
Yeah. No, it's a real baseball, so you hit it into the screen.
Nah, you already know there's gonna be a dude on whiskey, and they're like, "Oh, hit me."
It's dope. So I'm painting a mural for him.
That's awesome.
That's actually this week.
Inside of it or outside?
On the exterior. Ooh. Yeah. So we were talking about what players he wanted to add to it, you know, and to me, like I said earlier, a lot of people paint pretty pictures and shit. I want my shit to be deeper than just a pretty image. So what we spoke about was beautiful about Miami is the diversity in cultures. So we're like, fuck it, let's do a black baseball player. We can do Jackie Robinson, a Hispanic baseball player. So we're gonna do what's the Puerto Rican? My memory sucks.
They got the park right there, Roberto Clemente.
Yeah,
they have the park right there in Wynwood. It's right down the street.
So we're gonna.
You can tell he played baseball.
Yeah, and I used to hang out at Roberto Clemente Park too. I lived in Wynwood.
So we're gonna do a Roberto Clemente is ill too because he's holding the baseball bat as a shotgun.
It's
ill. So we'll do that one.
Show him my knockout. Tell him I hit a grand slam, dog.
Two on pitch it to him. And that one, and then what's the other one? I believe he said Mickey Mantle or something.
Oh shit! Okay, you're going classic.
And then I was able to like convince him because, bro, mad homies have been asking me to do a Jose Fernandez.
Mandatory, bro.
So
especially in Miami.
I spoke to him and I was like, look, bro, like there's no Miami guys on this wall. Like all my shit's Miami. You know, like you're paying for what he's commissioning what he's commissioning for, but. Like I'd be super down to just throw that one in as an extra because I
him
I
as a baseball player's got he's got like that too.
So the beautiful thing was that he actually knew Jose Fernandez and he had played with him and he was like, dog, like I don't know how that didn't cross my mind. I'm super for it. Let's fucking do it. So that one I'm more than the other ones, even though I just saw a Jackie Robinson movie and I'm like mad pumped about like what that guy did. I'm really pumped about.
Yeah, but Miami, you gotta put rest in peace, Jose, man.
Damn. So what goes? Damn. Now you saying that you keep setting me up. Yo, what sets you up to go and do the art?
What you mean?
Like for example, you got this one, right? Like what goes into like your process into creating?
You sketch it on paper or on a program?
Because you just said I just watched this movie to get hype, and then you just described that you're gonna put them on the wall. So is that like part of the process?
Yeah, I try. So weeks before I start painting, whatever I start painting, I start trying to get in that zone. You get me? Like if I paint a Kimani Marley, like I'm gonna listen to Kimani Marley for like weeks to see how like the vibe I pick up. You get me? Like when we do your portrait, I'm just gonna start watching your fights. You get me? Try to get that vibe. You get me for sure, dog. So it's just getting into I think emotionally you got to get into that vibe because like I said, a lot of people paint pretty pictures, but the emotions don't come out. Like the colors don't come out. Like I'm like if you want,
your paintings, I feel them, dog.
If you want a photograph, there's cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like my work, even though it's supposedly photorealistic, bro. Like there's a lot more shit in it than just photorealism. I throw different colors in it. Different colors provoke different emotions. You know what I'm saying? And I try to like work off of that. You know?
Damn. Have you ever filmed yourself talking about your paintings?
No, this is the first time.
Don't blink special.
There's an NFT right here in this fucking making. Wait, let me ask you, when it comes to so you go through that process, but when it comes to the actual wall, do you do some? Bro, do you paint some shit so big? You know what I mean? Like how do you get the? I don't know
proportions,
right? The proportions, right.
I mean, growing up, bro, like it was all just whatever comes out.
You just got the eye for that, bro.
Like, you just I suck at math, bro, but like it's just math. You got me? Like you see that this angle on the picture goes from here to here.
Yeah, you got a good depth perception.
You go with that angle. Then if the distance from the lip to the nose is half of it, you know what I'm saying? Then that's how you run with it.
Getting scientific on me, dog.
That's at first. You got me? Before I was put onto game or whatever, and before I was as busy as I am now. You got me? Now, like from time to time, I'll use like what we call them doodle grids. Is kind of like a grid.
I remember Doodle Brown.
Doodle Brown. It's kind of like not a grid, but you use shapes to kind of like let you know where things fall into place. You got me?
Yeah, like old school art class, dog, where you get you got a grid and
this line goes like this.
Exactly. You got a A8 and you draw whatever it is. You know?
Yeah, same shit.
The perpendicular square.
With certain ones,
dog, I could be a badass graffiti artist now.
No, that's what I told you, dog. When we do your wall, you got to get down too.
I'm down, dog. I'm down. But listen, I swear to God, I'll show you after the show. When I sign my posters, I gotta, for fights, I gotta sign 100 posters. I sign like it's graph. I'll show you my thing. Like,
right there. Right there.
Look, bro, the monster hand style.
It's easy.
And his son painted those right there.
Yeah, that's right. My son painted. Yeah, my 8-year-old son painted those.
Shout out to Judy for the art.
First, shout out to homie. What's his name? Jay Ramirez, bro. He painted that.
Oh yeah, Jay Ramirez painted those on there.
Damn, I feel like a jerk for not bringing you guys a painting.
No,
well, we got time, so I'm definitely gonna bring one.
You don't do paintings, you do walls. You do
exactly. Hopefully, if I get on a wall, we get on a wall. We'll take a picture and put it up here. Put the picture.
Hell yeah! Damn, we'll wrap
my brother. And what you got planned for Basel? You doing something yourself, or you gonna be hopping around?
So I got that little show with my mother hand in hand.
Oh,
that I
that's
was
right.
Talking about
That's
earlier.
right. Yes,
That.
So that starts. When does that start?
That's I believe it's the first week of December.
Yeah, it goes on for 2 weeks. I think.
So you're gonna be painting live?
No. That's just like where it's a group show. But me and my mother have like a little section, and she, bro, according to her, I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? She put her artist career on the back seat to raise us, which I'm super grateful for. Because
God bless, mom. Yeah.
So now she's like getting back on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, it's fucking ill because that's one of my biggest inspirations. So to see her like pumping hard again and like getting hyped and all that
Damn,
shit,
shout her out, right? She got Instagram. Shout her out, yo. Shout her out,
she
right
don't have
here.
an Instagram yet, bro. But she
okay,
will.
she gonna keep
Just
it
let me know.
keep it
They follow me on Instagram. I'll put it out.
Or listen, go to Art Basel and watch Bravo.
Just keeping it extra exclusive.
That's dope.
Those are the ones that cost a lot of money. The ones that got exclusive.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro, look, it's a big part of this show, dog, is we like to ask listen, so I believe, it's hard to say, I don't know if I believe or like I think about it a lot, but aliens, dog, you know what I mean? I think about aliens like...
I fuck with it heavy.
You fuck with it heavy?
Yeah.
Good. What do you think about aliens, bro?
I think, again, I suck at math.
Right.
It's mathematically impossible
Right.
for there not to be, what's it called,
Another
intellectual life out there, bro.
Right.
Like the odds are with it than against it,
Right,
you know.
right,
so
right.
do I believe it exists? Hell yeah. Ancient Aliens is one of my favorite TV shows.
Bro, I watch that shit all the time too. With Buddy with the freak out here and
bro.
shit. Yeah. Hey, dog, the shit is like there's so I believe the same thing you just said.
Yeah, like the
thing is,
pyramids
there's
and all
things on this planet that we can't even figure out. And it's 2021. We got the smartest fucking shit in the world. We got fucking cranes and bulldozers and all type of shit, and we can't remake
some of them shits.
and we can't even lift one. We can't even remake a pyramid. You know what I mean?
Lately, I've been
And
feeling like
that's
a lot
weird.
of shit is fake. So
They just-
I really started to believe a lot of the
Bro,
shit.
they just found some shit in Turkey like a couple years back that's like it predates anything they thought. You know what I mean? They predates tools by like 10,000 years. Some crazy shit, dog.
So
You know?
they-
that
they
shit
just-
fucks with my mind. I want to know shit, bro.
They just found here in America, like tools that predate existence as far as like it goes beyond
Yeah, it's like
what's the bridge that got created out of ice and supposedly that's how
Oh
everybody came to America.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
So they just found tools that predate that by like a lot.
That's wild.
So
dog.
I mean,
just think about it. Like right now, niggas going to Mars, right? So next thing,
Musk,
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean. Next thing you know, in I don't know,
Nah, yeah,
3,000 years, something happens there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. But damn, I want to be around when we figure how the fuck they did it. Hey, Stonehenge. I was talking about my homie went to Mikey went to Stonehenge. We were talking about that shit. Like,
Mikey?
Yeah,
He
Mikey.
be exploring the deep of the
and
deeps.
and that's some unexplainable shit. And the rocks that they used, the stones that they used to build Stonehenge, they're like the closest one is like 3,000 miles away. So they don't even know how that shit got there.
And I've heard-
So all that shit freaks me out, bro.
I heard Stonehenge ain't shit. Like there's like not formations. What was it called? Like buildings like that all around that area.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
that
yeah.
Stonehenge, if anything, is kind of like sad because when you get there, it's next to the street. There's no respect paid to it.
Yeah.
But you got some in the cut that are like prestige, like really taking care.
Is there
of
any
and shit.
water around there?
Yeah, I think there is. I
I
be lying to you,
also
but,
thought some shit that like the water, like you know how water.
Stonehenge is
like,
what in
goes
England.
away?
So yeah, it's got to be around water
I
for
think it's
sure.
in England.
With
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
with time and
so
shit,
they
like
got
there's
it.
just the water goes away, and then that's what we're talking about
I
underwater world.
I don't know, but
Underwater
unexplainable, dog, and fucking.
In Ireland, they got, I think it's called like someone's bridge or the Devil's Bridge. It's like a giant's bridge. Supposedly, two giants had like beef, and then one of them built like a bridge to cross over to beat the other one up.
No shit.
And there's this weird formation, bro, where it's like blocks underwater, but like huge blocks. And nobody has no idea how they built that, how they got it all the way to the other spot. Wow.
See,
bro.
all that shit blows my mind, dog. And one of them is fucking aliens, dog.
Yeah.
We're never fucking. I don't know.
I mean, like
Hopefully one day we'll see 'em.
we've been saying, you know what I'm saying? We are aliens.
Yeah, I feel like
You know
we
what
are
I'm saying?
aliens
We've
for sure,
evolved.
for
Him
sure.
describing like the vibe,
But I
and
still
not
want to
liking
see
that,
fucking
but-
one of these gray dudes with a weird head and a fucking spaceship on 26s.
I mean, you want something close like that? Just look at Jaden. Look at Jaden. Hi, Jaden.
You know about the African tribe that has like I guess a diagram, is that the word? A diagram, like a little model. They say that from like a star somewhere far in the, like, I don't know, far away somewhere in another galaxy or some shit. And they have this model that they use it as like where they came from, and they show everybody this piece, and it's like a religious, like a sacred item or whatever. NASA came and did a study on it, and they realized that like the distance between where they say the sun is and the planet they came from and the other stars, it's all accurate, like on point.
Yeah, there's some African tribe
And
with
this
no
is an
computers.
African tribe with no computers,
Shit.
no nothing, bro.
Oh my
and they're
God.
like, yo, it's precise. Like
Shit's
they-
drawn
that
on a dried
planet
turd.
exists. Yeah, right.
That's fucking it. Yeah, bro.
process.
Listen, wild shit like that keeps me up at night. I be watching Ancient Aliens and all these fucking shows back to back. The funny thing is that after you could watch any fucking show you want on that, you still won't get a fucking answer at the end, dog.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're still left with a clueless, like fuck, this nigga ain't answer shit, dog.
They bamboozle you.
Yeah. All right, my brother, it's been great having you on, dog. I fucking love the flow with you. You know you're my brother. You have my motherfucking birthday and all, dog. I love what you're doing. I hope to hopefully soon we'll just go see Buddy and see if we get that wall in Wynwood.
Yeah, a few things, bro. We gotta get working, bro. We gotta get working.
real.
You definitely inspire me with your story, bro. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Resonates to the let it rip season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely, you know what I'm saying, letting it rip, and more blessings on the way.
Absolutely, dog. You're doing your thing. You're doing what makes you happy, my brother. And fucking, I love that because that's what we do.
Man. I appreciate you guys for having me
absolutely,
on, man.
Dog, absolutely.
Like I said from the get, I'm a little nervous around these things, man. But you guys couldn't be better hosts. So, I appreciate
thank you,
y'all
thank you, my brother. And I'm glad, you know, like later. Where look, because I came from the same shit. I came from the street. It was hard for me to tell my story for a long time. You know what I mean? So you come from that background that what you're doing now just became like into the real world. You know, acceptable. So yeah, it's hard. It's, you know, when I first started doing interviews, dog, I felt like I was like snitching on myself. You know, it was weird.
He'd be like.
Yeah. Bro, I'd be sweating, dog. I'd be sweating my ass off.
To this day, I'm mad conscious of like the statute.
Statue of Liberty.
You know, statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah. You don't know what you did and how long you get locked up for.
I'm like, let me not talk about certain shit.
On that, we gonna cut this episode, man. Thank you, my brother Disem, for coming through. Hey,
yes,
you're the fucking man. Nothing but love and success to you, my brother. There's been another episode of Don't Blink Podcast.
Classic.
Me, the kid, my brother Disem 305. Look out for his artwork. Look out for us.
And look out for them Don't Blink Podcast t-shirts.
Look out for them Don't Blink Podcast t-shirts on monsterbrandglobal.com. They're $16 right now.
Yes.
Man, support the hustle. Help us out. That money does not go in our pockets. It goes to help keep producing this show and making shit happen for Team Monster, for y'all, for everybody that's watching,
and for everybody to enjoy. Because
absolutely, dog. You know how we do. You know, we be throwing shit for everybody to come through, man. You know what I mean? We got another movie on the way. Check us out. We love you. Don't blink, motherfuckers.
You know I never flow now. But on this DMX, I gotta flow now.
Yeah.
This shit's hard as fuck.
Hard as fuck.
I'm gonna back you up with my truck.
Back it up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That beat is hard. Dun, dun.
I see where you're going, though. Yeah, look, I guarantee you that it's never too late. Look who step in. You already know that we gon' get it again. I suggest you sit down, put the beer on the floor, put the headphones on so you can hear me some more. Cause I'm a bad bunny, I'm getting mad money. These niggas looking at my half beer looking mad funny. But I be telling them, look, I suggest you relax. Cause my nigga Uly right here, he got my back, yeah. My nigga Disem walked in. You already know I'm rapping, I am not this talking. I got Rex in effects and he's playing the beat. This is first time he right now hearing this heat. But my nigga Uly, he known it the whole time. You already know I come through about 7 to 9. I'm like, baby girl, relax, I'm on my prime. Don't talk me about shit, cause I am on my grind. I'ma do what I gotta do with who or what I'm with. You already know I'm coming through and I am too legit to even quit right now, 10 months in. You already know I'm coming through, I'm like a munchkin in the beginning of the year, but now I'm galactic. And you already know this flow is gothic. So I suggest y'all put your hands together, pray one time, cause my name is too nice and I won't play one rhyme. Yeah. Now they clapping, round of applause. And you already know that we right now, we the boss. Yeah, we taking some L's, but we learning from them. And you already know that we ain't never running from them. See, that's the difference between you and I. Are you ready to die or are you ready to die? Let's call it suicide. Or are you ready to ride? That's what we did. You already know right now I'm feeling it in my rib. I'm speaking from the gut and I don't give a fuck. And if you got a problem, nigga, run that shit up. Cause you know the bank account is about to hit a 7-0. You already know I'm coming through like Danny DeVito. Yeah, but you know I'm not an actor. Matter of fact, I got on speed dial my fucking pastor. Cause you know I gotta tell him God is more coming in. And you already know we winning in. Yeah. A lot of times in the hustle, a lot of time getting muscle, a lot of time in the hustle. I said,
The beat had a pause, and you already know I come through like Santa Claus on Halloween, making you pussy scream. And you already know what happens when me and Uly get in between. It's like we running a train on the game. You motherfuckers already know the name. I said, look into my eyes and tell me think I'm playing. Everybody listening to the words that I'm saying, cause right now I'm speaking the truth. I'm like Babe Ruth, and you already know what happens when I'm up in the booth. I call this a godly flow, and you already know what happens. I'm like Gotti, yo, because I run the block, then I run it too, and you already know what I'm gunning to. I'm 1 and 1, 1 and 2. Bah.
Too nice! Killed it.
God damn.
Killed it.
I really don't know what happened.
Timestamp that. We need that.
Kill it.
Hey.
I don't even know what happened.
I think me and Too Nice got something great going on. We got some great guests coming up. It's gonna be dope. We got some dope people that already signed up to do it with us, which is great. A lot of people show us love, and it's because we love them back for sure.